Hair Lounge community, let's talk about some hair terms you may have heard, but you may not know exactly what they are. Have you ever heard of breaking the base? If you haven't, stay tuned and I'm going to tell you exactly who needs to do this on their hair to create a super lived-in highlight. Stay tuned and we'll get right into it. I personally love breaking the base for my clients who have naturally really dark hair, but really want to be a blonde. So for example, on my hair, you can see I have really blonde highlights, but I am naturally pretty dark brown. Or for example, this mannequin, she has brown hair, but as you can see, we did do highlights on her hair. So breaking the base is something I do at the shampoo bowl when my client is still wet. This is something that is going to shift the client's hair 1 to 2 levels. You don't want to do too much more than that, or else you're going to create a lot of warmth. So you're going to just bump the base up 1 to 2 levels using a low volume developer just to shift that base a tiny slight bit. And I will tell you, it gives very seamless results. You lose that line of demarcation or the lines of the foils from the highlights, and it just really blurs that line and bumps the base up just a tiny bit. Let's mix up and I'll tell you exactly how I take my mannequin from highlights and dark roots to a lighter shade on her base. If you are liking this so far, now is a perfect time to hit that red subscribe button. And I want to talk about that little bell you see. If you click that bell, it will notify you when the Hair Lounge creates new videos for you to watch. So hit the bell right now. Let's get to mixing. I am going to use a level 8 ash. And this is really going to help cancel out any warmth. Then I'm also going to use 10 volume developer. And again, her hair is damp. So this is going to be a very quick way to lift that regrowth. I'm only going to do roughly about 1 ounce of color with 1 ounce of developer. We are doing equal parts. While I'm mixing this up, I am only going to do the left side of my mannequin's head. She has highlights on both sides, but I want you guys to really see the shift and the difference in her base color so you can see if this is something you want to do on your own hair or ask your stylist to do to your hair. So we are going to do the breaking the base just on this left side. We are not going to touch the right side of her head. The reason why I do this at the shampoo bowl is because it's a very quick process. You want to make sure you are getting this on those roots fairly quickly so that way it's not sitting on for a really long time, because again, we just want a slight shift. If you are leaving it on too long, you may get too much warmth. So with breaking the base, she still wants to see those highlights really close up to the scalp. So you are going to be very gentle when you're putting the color on, and you are only going to do it roughly about 1/4 of an inch down onto those highlights. Split the hair in half and just continue all the way around where those highlights are or where you were wanting to break the base. On this particular mannequin, I did not do highlights all the way down. I only did about 3 foils, roughly about there. So that is as far as I'm going to take it down. Section the hair, make sure you can see through your section, and we are just tapping it right at that root just to get a tiny bit of a shift. And don't forget, if you are liking what you see, now is a perfect time to hit that like button. And as always, I am all over TikTok, Instagram, creating tons of reels and TikToks talking all things hair. Some of them are pretty funny if I do say so myself. So don't forget to go check me out over on all my social media. I will also link those down below. All right, this is what it looks like. You can see up close how far down I go on those highlights. Again, we are not going to touch this side at all. That way you can see the difference of the left to the right side with breaking the base. Let's let her process. I normally let my clients process at that shampoo bowl for maybe 5 minutes. I will say, majority of the time, my highlights, most of them, I tone. So I will do the toner first before I do the break the base, and then I will break the base and rinse that off. So if you are doing this on your clients, if you are a professional hairstylist, that's personally how I do it. I like the way it looks a little bit better, and I don't have to worry too much about canceling out tones or anything like that because I do that right before I break the base. So again, roughly about 5 minutes for the break the base, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. All finished with her root melt, and I'm gonna show you guys. It might be a tiny bit hard to see on camera because lighting and all that, but I'm gonna show you, you're really gonna be able to see that blurred line of the foils, and you'll be able to see a difference. I'm gonna kind of show you the back of it. So here she is. This is the left side where we did the root smudge. And as you can see, those highlights are really super blended. You do not see the lines of the foils. Then if you look, you can see these darker pieces of hair on this is the side I did not do the break the base. So her natural on this side is a lot darker. You can see all those really dark pieces. When you compare it to this side is a lot softer looking. You can really tell there was a level or two. So again, 1 to 2 levels isn't a whole lot, but it makes a huge difference on someone's hair when they do not want to see those really kind of dark roots. For example, for someone like me, my hair naturally isn't really dark, but when I'm as blonde as I am on my ends, that 1 to 2 level shift is going to be a huge difference. So again, on this back section, I did not do any base breaking on this back section. I only did it where her highlights are. And you can really see the difference of how dark she is back here compared to her roots up here. It's super soft and it's not gonna be a huge shift in color. So whenever she comes in, the next time you're not gonna see a big difference in her natural roots and the break the base. If you try to shift it by too many levels, more than 2 levels, it's gonna look really silly when she comes in. She's gonna have her dark regrowth, she's gonna have the break the base, and then she's gonna have all those highlights. So that's the reason why you only wanna do 1 to 2 levels. But I mean, you can tell this side is definitely a lot darker than the hair on this side, and it's just very, very soft, which I love. All my clients who have blonde hair and love more of the lived-in look and don't like to see those harsh lines love breaking the base. So I would suggest if you have not tried it on yourself, or if you are a hairstylist and watching this and you have not done this to any of your blonde clients, do it, because I know that they will love this. Again, you want to use an ashier tone so they're not lifting super, super warm. And if you have tried this, let me know your favorite formula down below. And if you do end up trying this and you want to come back and tell me how it works, I'd love to see what you have to say about breaking the base. As always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. I hope you guys love this video, and we'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye!